ever since I was a child, I remember like my parents saying, I saw ads in the newspaper, on the TV, and still to this day, I see ads about help aid organizations, to Africa and African kids, donate money, be a monthly...
See that $1 a day, save an African kid from starving.
Get vaccines, help them with water, whatever it is, because obviously Africa doesn't have any water, right?
Africa doesn't have water. Oh
you have water or no?
We have rivers in Africa.
So why the heck are we paying to help you guys with water?
Help us with water.
Yeah.
I think you guys are being fleeced or being scammed, right?
So we're being scammed.
Donate $1 a day. And I'm sure most of those charity organizations, they are European set up.
Probably, I don't know.
Exactly. You are getting fleeced by your own people. Those monies, they never get to Africa. I can tell you for a fact.
But is there a need for it anyway?
Of course, there's always a need for it. There are some NGOs that are, they are carrying out this charity to some countries that are in need of help, like Red Cross, Those are organizations that you can, kind of hold to high esteem, like they are doing one or two, right? But I can tell you that I can tell you that 60% of your donations don't get to Africa, don't get to where it's needed.
So we're totally getting scammed of our monthly subscriptions or whatever donations.
Yes, I can't speak for every company. Some might be legit, but I can tell you that majority are just scammers, European scammers now.
Yeah.
That's
very, very interesting because these things are still going on to this day.
But I think those companies that are asking for donations or those organizations that are asking for donations, before you give your cent to those companies, I think you should do due diligence, by making research. Make research about those companies. It behoves you to make research about those companies because at the end of the day, it's your money.
It is, absolutely. And maybe we should just stop sending any money over there and just helping people in our own country instead.
Don't stop. What you can stop is coming to Africa and looting the continent. Because you guys want to act like we are these, peasants with flies in our eyes. We are looking for aid. We are looking for help.
Yeah.
We are a very rich continent. Resources in terms of modern day green energy, your Teslas, your mobile phones, your laptops, your computer, whatever.
Yeah.
Those resources are coming from the continent. So the right attitude, if you really care about Africa and if you really care about the people of Africa, is to target those companies that are looting the continent.
But the interesting is also that I thought you said that Europeans are very racist, but still we're sending millions probably every year to Africa. How is that racist though?
Sending millions every year to Africa.
Probably.
To whom much is given, much is expected. You are sending $1, €2. You should be sending money in the thousands, huh?
Yeah, but imagine how many 100,000 people are sending. Let's say they send $10 a month.
But it's not compared to the amount that you guys have looted from the continent.
Still should be going back
it's
to
minimal.
the people.
It's minimal. France was buying Niger uranium for 85 cents per kilogram, and the market price is 200 euros per kilogram. How is that not robbery?
What a bargain!
It's robbery. Now you are complaining about the $2 1 cent.
And who approved
that you are
the
sending
purchase?
to Africa?
Who approved the deal?
They colonize the people. They colonize their government. They put a puppet in power that they can easily control, that is malleable. They go in there and steal the resources. Nobody will talk bad about it.
Yeah.
If the leader doesn't agree with their policies, it will be whacked or it will be pied. Like I always say, let that sink in. Africa, the motherland.
But how are Europeans supposed to act or react when Africans are pouring in from everywhere at the moment?
They should accept them.
They should just be like, oh, come, take our homes, take
the
job,
They should accept
take
Africans.
Everything.
Because when you guys came in mass to Africa.
But that was so long ago.
That was so long ago.
Anymore.
But your companies are still there looting Africa.
Perhaps.
Neo-colonialism.
Perhaps.
You are still there stealing our resources. Using our resources to develop your countries, and you don't want us to come here. And you are asking how should you guys react when we come here.
Example, how are we supposed to react?
Imagine a thief steals your television, your TV, and you go to his house to watch a soccer game. How should the thief react? Exactly. Just be quiet. Be quiet.
You should just sit back, relaxed, and just accept the situation
as
it is.
As long as they are not committing crime in your country, you shouldn't react. Accept them. They will work for you and they will go back.
So we shouldn't have no opinion whatsoever about it.
You should have no opinion because your people come to Africa. They are still there. They never left.
Yeah.
They are still looting Africa dry. And what reaction are they getting?
But I think we can't like go in with this individual level now. Like I can't, for example, I can't help that this happens or is happening.
It's not an individual level because you are benefiting from those loots.
Maybe, but I never made the choice.
The so-called amenities you are enjoying today
but I never
is
made
from
the choice.
those loots. Or half from those loots.
Yeah. But still, I never made the choice.
You never made a choice.
But I still need to be able to have an opinion now.
You need to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, but I still need to be able to have an opinion now.
You should have an opinion by talking to your government. Talk to those in official on high places. Tell them to stop looting Africa. They should stop looting the continent.
Yeah.
Then you can react. When they stop and you still see Africans pouring in here, then you can react. You think someone wants to live a very warm, beautiful weather, beautiful scenery, and come to a place that is cold?
I have no idea.
For what reason?
Maybe, I don't know. Better jobs, better money, I don't know. Anything.
You've looted the continent dry. The people are coming here for survival because you took their means of survival to your country.
Yeah.
Now we are coming here. We are not bringing war. We are not coming to fight. We are coming to work. Which is stupid in some sense, but we are coming to work so we can get a piece of the pie, and you are here telling me that how should we react that you guys are coming to get a piece of the pie?
When are your governments gonna fix the issues in your countries?
We are working
so that
on
you
it.
actually can work there and actually get money that you can live on. We are working to fix the
situation every day in our countries, but somehow your government they seem to carry out executions of our top leaders. A leader that is standing up to say, okay, I want to change the narrative of my country. I want to make sure that infrastructures are provided, jobs are provided. Suddenly, they get on a plane, boom, plane explodes. What did you do to Gaddafi?
Or they're too
What did you do to Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi?
Off.
What did you do to him?
I'd ask the West. I don't know.
No, she asked the West. You are part of the West.
I'm not part
So I'm asking you, because you are the Westerner in front of me. So I'm asking you.
I don't know what they did to him.
They killed him. Amedu cast. We must cast them.
Are Europeans racist?
Does a cat meow? Europeans are a lot of Europeans are racist.
Why would you say that though?
Because I've encountered it. This is one-on-one experience.
So you had one encounter and then you think everybody's a racist.
The attitude I've been getting over here in Europe is quite hostile.
Okay. In what sense?
Even just read through the comment section. You see a lot of people, a lot of racist European jump on the comment section to say words like go back to your Africa, say, using sometimes go ahead to use racial slurs.
What do you think that is? For what reason do you think these people
Because you guys have a racist gene, I believe. Majority, I've met some good Europeans, but I've met quite a lot that are racist towards me. I'm talking from personal experience right here.
Right.
Even I don't care about the racist people on the street because I can handle them on my own. But what I care about is systemized racism. When you elect racist officials that they make policies that affect immigrants from Africa.
But doesn't the country have the right to nurture its country and its inhabitants?
Are you saying doesn't the country have the right to be racist? Is that what you're saying?
Why do everybody need to bring in a racist card? I'm tired of it.
Because racism is real.
It's not racism.
Racism is not real.
An immigrant is an immigrant. It doesn't matter what color you have.
Look, an immigrant from America, a white immigrant from America, from, let me say Australia, they are treated better than they treat people of color, like people from Africa.
So
that's a fact.
Okay, I will ask you this: the people you were referring to before, the African ones, let's say an American or Australian, a white person, let's say.
Yes.
Don't you think that before they come here, for example, they already fixed themselves an apartment and they already got themselves a job? So they're already set.
No.
You don't think that?
Are you guys being racist to Ukrainians?
I have no idea if people are being racist
No racism towards Ukrainians. There's no racism
because they're white.
towards Ukrainians because they are white, you know. When Ukrainians, when they had their conflict in their country, they got to Europe, they were accepted, they were well accommodated, given privileges. But countries from Africa, countries in Africa or the Middle Eastern countries that are going through huge turmoil, they are being treated differently.
Because of color, again.
Because of color. Hence racism.
What about somebody from, let's say, Iran, maybe, or Iraq?
They are Europeans are racist towards those groups.
Yeah.
But I think Arabs, they are easy to blend into the society, you know, because they have fairer skin, you know, fairer skin Arabs.
Yeah.
All they just need to do is to put some gel on their hair and they will look like Europeans.
They have an advantage.
They have an advantage
to someone from Africa, for example.
Someone for a person of color.
So you think that we up here, for example, we accept them more than we would accept an African?
Exactly. It's facts. These are proven facts.
I don't know about that, honestly. I think it's deeper than just that.
It is. I believe Europeans, majority of the Europeans are racist. Some people might find a way to hide it, you know, smile at it. We are not racist. We are following the protocol. You know, we accept everybody. Fuck that shit. You are racist. Deep down.
Yeah.
You know?
Could it also be that they are not used to having a lot of people with a darker skin color?
They are not used to having people with darker skin color.
They're not used to being around.
This is 2023.
Yeah, but maybe they're not
used to being around those people. The internet is now available for everyone.
But it has never been so close to them as it is now.
And the reason why I would say these people are so myopic and so mentally derailed is because they don't like us, but they vibe to our music. If you want to be racist, keep it clean. Be all the way racist, right? Be a pure racist. Don't say, I'm racist, I don't like these people, but I want to dance to their music now in the club.
Don't you think? Exactly, but that's, I think, the point I was trying to make before is that it's because it's so close now. The immigrants are coming and taking over. I feel that like they're coming and taking over the land. They are
taking over.
I don't know, taking over jobs, using welfare money, whatever it may be. And I think that's the issue, more than maybe just the skin color.
Look. Systemic racism is when you are being attacked and you go report to the police because you are black. No investigation will be done about that case, or they will be dragging their feet. Because you are black. You know, I was racially attacked in Sweden, in Stockholm. I was spat on. My phone was smashed to the floor. I reported to the police and it's almost 1 year. I've not gotten any response from the police. And you call that justice?
Well, who knows the reason for that though?
Who knows the reason for that?
But do you feel like you don't belong here because of your color?
Look, I'm never going to stay in a place that I'm not welcomed, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like the vibe I'm getting, I don't think I'll be here for that long. I'd rather go back to my continent, my country, you know, and establish myself out there.
I guess many people will be happy about that.
Yeah, many of them will be happy about that.
I guess.
But right now, you have to deal with me because I'll be in your face every day, every time. I'm fighting this cause for the black people that choose to remain here. Because maybe they want to be here, you know, and you guys are making it difficult for them to be here and have a normal functioning family, you know. So I'm going to be their voice and I'm going to speak directly at the racist, the Europeans that are so bought out. You haven't seen anything. You haven't seen anything yet.
What in the coloniality is going on here? We got a lot to unpackage, don't we?
Why do they have issues with immigrants coming into Europe?
that question is it's not about having an issue with immigration.
What have we done?
You haven't done anything. It's the way that it's handled in the countries. Because immigration itself is not bad. Obviously, everybody should know that.
Only stupid people can deny the fact.
I don't think it's about stupid people. I think it's uneducation. And the fact that the government...
Uneducated people are stupid.
Yeah, well...
Let's call a spade a spade.
Call it what you want. But I think it's still about... It's about individualism. I think.
On your part?
Not on my part, but I think in general, at least where we live, the feeling I get is that people take it very personal. They see it as their tax money from their income that they're working very hard for. So they want to benefit
No.
that money.
Let's cut the BS. Let's cut the BS. Let me ask you a very simple question. Do immigrants, do they pay taxes?
Yeah, at least the one who work.
Of course. So what is where are Europeans getting that notion from that people that are coming into their countries as migrants?
Yeah.
Where are they getting the notion from that is their tax money that is sponsoring or funding those migrants?
Because that's the view you have, when you see all these immigrants just, rolling into your country.
And you don't have the view of who delivers your delivery.
Yeah.
When you order stuff, you don't have the view of who clean your streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Immigrants, they organize your country.
And I know that.
The jobs that most Europeans won't take, immigrants will take it.
Yeah. I have no issue with immigration. I welcome it, honestly. I just feel that if it's done in the right way, it's a great asset to a country. Awesome asset.
Of course.
But the thing is with this is that many of these people are not integrated in the right way into the country.
And whose fault is that?
When it comes to language, well, government, of course.
Exactly.
When it comes to language, finding a job, somewhere to live. And I think this causes a lot of problems.
So instead of you guys pointing hands at immigrants, you should be pointing your fingers to your government.
100% agree.
Because the integration program they have here in Europe is not the best,
true.
Germany is trying.
Yeah.
When they receive immigrants, they always encourage that immigrant to go through their language program.
As they should.
Which is for free.
Yeah.
Because
it will benefit the country in the long run.
Exactly, in the long run.
Many countries do not do it this way. They just take immigrants and then push them somewhere and then they forget about them.
Toss them into the
and then they're
market
getting blamed
and,
for all kinds of stupid stuff.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Do you know how difficult it was for me to get into the labor sector, the work sector in Sweden? It was so difficult. When I came in here, first it took me time to get my residence card. Without that, you can't work.
Exactly.
So when I got my residence card, it also took me time to get my what do they call it? Coordination number, which is like social security number.
Exactly.
Without that, you can't work.
Yeah. And
right?
the tax paper.
Exactly.
There's so much.
Finally, when I got a job, by the way, I'm a doctor by profession, right? But getting to Sweden, which is understandable, you have to go through their authentication program,
of course,
before you get authenticated as a doctor
which
to
makes
practice.
Sense in a way.
Which makes sense.
You don't have an issue with that. I know.
I don't have any issue with that.
That's not the problem.
But where I have issue is there's no structure for professionals. Like I'm a doctor, the kind of job I should be working in Sweden should be something that is related to the medical line.
They have a doctor right here, but they're not offering him a fast way of learning the language or anything. Imagine in one year.
And what job did I get? Working in a freaking hotel, cleaning people's poop,
exactly,
and arranging beds.
Yeah.
And they think that is fine. Yeah. That is not an issue also, right? Because I knew the challenges I was that I cut out for.
All jobs has to be done, so there's no blame on people who are doing these jobs. Good job.
Do you know how difficult it is for an immigrant to open a bank account in some European countries like Sweden?
It's a mess. Like when you think about it, it's so ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like you want to open a place where you can actually get the money you will work that earns taxes to the country, but to get there, they make it super hard,
super
for
difficult.
no reason whatsoever.
Like they're just trying to push you. They are like, you can't work normal job because you're an immigrant.
So you need to
Go and commit crime, go and sell drugs.
Exactly. They're
This is
pushing
what
you
is
that
pushing a lot
direction.
of people, a lot of
Yeah.
immigrants into crime because they need to survive.
Exactly.
And guess what? When you can't open a bank account and you start to dabble into illegal stuff, you get arrested. And now they want to take your kids.
Exactly.
If you come to the country with kids. So how do they expect you to provide for your kids when they are
you can't even do the
bureaucracy
basic thing.
is not flatlined?
Exactly.
Like it's not they are making it purposely difficult for you to get integrated into the system. I was paying like 500 euros for just 3 weeks of courses to learn Swedish language, which should be free.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I had to pay money for it.
Because you were not eligible for that
To
somehow.
learn the
But you
fucking
wanted
language.
to come here. You wanted to work. You're a doctor.
Yes.
We could have you working in a nice hospital, whatever, helping people, saving people's lives. But no.
They want you to be a criminal. They want to be a drug dealer. They want to be menace to the society. So they have a reason to send you back and have stupid Europeans yapping about immigrants are the problem. Your fucking government is the problem. Go fix that, then we talk.
Yo, I don't get it. When the Africans come, they come to work most. They got families back in Africa. Most of them are working hard.
The idea I have of Nigerian women, that they are not being seen as equals by men, and they're seen more as a property.
Nigerian women, I don't call them Nigerian women. They are our queens, Nigerian queens. I believe they are the most influential women in Africa.
Why?
Because if you go to, we have culture in Nigeria, right? A typical Nigerian home, the woman controls the affairs of the family. A woman is given an opportunity to choose if she wants to work or not. If she wants to raise kids, she can be at home. She can be a stay-home mom. She doesn't have to worry about the rent, the utilities, feeding. Men in Nigeria are treated more like slaves than the women. Because in Nigeria, a typical man is the breadwinner of the family. Is to go out there, go make money and bring it home to his queen to enjoy.
Yeah.
So women are not being mistreated in Nigeria.
But you think that they're equal? Because that's not the view I've seen.
Look, we are not equal.
Or the view I have, actually.
A man and a woman are not equal and they can never be equal. Because, look, a man can never give birth. Cannot give birth to a child. Cannot bear a child. But a woman can. When you talk about equality, this Western ideology, when you throw out equality like, we have the same anatomical structure, we don't.
Okay, but let's just do an example. That there's a job in Nigeria, let's say, anyway. It can be executed both by a male and a female.
Yes.
And let's say the company is owned by a man.
Yes.
Will that man then hire the man or the woman?
The woman. Women get it easy in Nigeria. If you are a woman and you know what you're doing, let me say you are a female now, you know what you're doing, you easily get any job. They will consider the woman first before the man.
So the woman is not in any way, doesn't have a lower value as a human than a man.
No. They will consider the woman first. Because most women that are stay-home mom is by choice. They decide that they don't want to work. And they put the responsibilities on the man. And we men, we Nigerians, we kind of accept that responsibility because of our culture. We believe that a man should provide for the family.
Or a man feels the right to make his wife pregnant, that she has to stay home and he goes and works and has a life.
No, you can't say a man, like both parties, they don't indulge in coitus.
Of course, but don't you think sometimes it's more the choice of maybe the man?
If a woman don't want to have, if a woman don't want to have a child, if she don't want to have babies, she can definitely go on various means to stop that process from happening. You
But
know,
isn't the family core very important in Nigeria?
it
That
is very important.
Exactly.
Family structure is important.
Yeah.
You know, Nigerian women, I will repeat it again, Nigerian queens, they have most power in the society, in the Nigerian society.
Yeah.
You know, because even the president has a wife. In Nigeria, we have a position called the First Lady of Nigeria. That's the wife to the president. She has a lot of role to play too in Nigeria, and they are very powerful as well. They can influence the president to make policies.
I need to just say something here because I've seen quite a bit of videos on YouTube from, let's say, governmental, maybe an election hall or something when there's a lot of people gathered. And I swear now when I say this, that at least 85% from what I see,
like the Senate,
are men.
Yeah, because that position is usually
And
occupied.
this is an example now.
That position is usually occupied by men.
Why?
Because you know, the way.
Because poor women are at home giving birth to their kids.
No, it has something to do with the electoral process. You know, for you to be elected to a position, you have to carry on campaigns and others.
Yeah.
But our queens, they are so, you know, they know their role in society that they don't take up that mantle. And some very few that do, they actually get elected.
Yeah.
So it's not like a suppression to the females, because the slot is open for both male and females. But men are very ambitious.
Yeah.
You know, they buy this slot.
Or maybe the women are not allowed, or they don't get the opportunity to be ambitious.
No, it's a personal thing. You know, nobody in Nigeria is being forced into marriage. We have a lot of single women that are doing well for themselves in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a personal choice. Women are not interested in politics as much as men are. You know.
That's a very strange thing to say, honestly.
Women are not. Nigerian women
Okay, maybe
are
Nigerian
not as
women
interested
then. Yeah. Okay.
as men are. You know?
Yeah.
Because the political environment can be very, very aggressive.
Because there are only men there.
Not because they are only men.
Obviously, like it's so obvious. I've seen so many videos, and they're only men.
They are not
And
only
that is
men.
the issue.
I can tell you for a fact that
Why can't the man be home?
I can tell you for a fact that there was a president in Nigeria. His name is Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Good luck.
Yeah, his name is Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. In his cabinet were a lot of women. Ubi Ezekwesili. We had a lot of women in the petroleum sector. We had a minister of petroleum, a female, minister of education, a female. We had various positions that were occupied by females, you know.
And this is an argument that these male-dominated professions use. They say, but we had one that was this, and we had another two that had this.
Let me tell you one thing.
99% is still men, so it doesn't count. I don't care if there was one or there were two. It should be 50-50.
Should be 50-50. Okay, look, good. Let me say I provide a job. There's a job offer. Now, maybe a technician. I need a technician. And 90% of those that applied for that job are males. And just
And that's fine. We're not talking
just 10%
about that.
females.
Yeah, but I have
you
no
know?
issue with that.
So majority of the opportunities are
Okay.
going to be channeled towards the
Then I
males,
will
right?
say this: whatever profession can be done by a woman should be done by a woman.
Okay, let me point at your double standard here.
A man should not apply for
Let
a
me
job that a
point
woman
at
can
your
do.
double standard here. Just imagine the beauty line.
Yeah.
Like makeups, like weddings, like what do they call those people? Wedding planners. You know, there are a lot of jobs that if a male go to that profession, it cannot compete with the females because those jobs are
But that's
channeled
also
towards
again totally
females.
it's irrelevant.
It's very
because
relevant.
we're talking about, like, you know, a man is being strong, so he should be doing something that requires strength. a woman is maybe good
No.
with beauty, but that we're not talking about that. We're talking about like politicians.
It's a matter of interest.
or whatever.
I'm
That's
telling
what
you
we're
that it's a
talking
matter
about.
of interest, right? If I as a male I decide to go into fashion, I want to become a stylist. Of course, I know I'm going to encounter a lot of females
Yeah.
who are better suited for that
Let's say
for
now
that
I'm
job.
talking about a governmental position, and I think it's important that the government actually takes its responsibility to make sure that it's equal, at least as equal as there can be.
What I'm telling you is it's a level playing field when it comes to governmental jobs in Nigeria.
Yeah, maybe.
But the problem is that a lot of women are not interested because they feel that the job is too maybe tedious, too boring, or too strenuous
yeah.
for them to handle. A lot of them are going to go into depression if they go into such jobs, because a man can better handle a stressful situation compared to a female. That is just how we are structured, you know. A female
All
will
women
freak
know
out.
That is not true.
A female, just imagine now that your country is being attacked by, let me say, terrorists.
Yeah.
A female will freak out, be like, "Oh my God, how do we solve this?" They will start to make rash decisions that is going to, make the situation get worse. But a man will be more reserved, knows when to take action, knows when to go after those criminals, knows when to, execute them if there's need to.
Yeah.
But the female is going to drag her feet on the ground and go, "Oh, that's someone's child," but she won't think about how many people has that person killed. So that's why I'm telling you that there are some positions that are better suited for male and females.
I said I agree with this to a certain point, but I think there is just so much more to do that can be done better when it comes to, man and women on the same position.
I agree. But the only time that you have a concrete argument is when you've gone through the constitution of the said country and you see that females are not allowed to hold this position.
Yeah.
That's when you hold a concrete argument.
Yeah.
But now it is allowed, both male and female can compete in the political fair.
Yeah. But there's still work to do.
There's still work to do. And you people are always, the reason why I always spot out your double standard is because you guys preach, equality, female and male are equals. When the Ukrainian war broke out, females are allowed to leave the country,
Yeah.
but the males
Yeah.
were not allowed.
Yeah. And I will agree with that. Is very unfair.
And you know what?
I'm not talking about these things at all.
Let that sink in. Our father failed us, but we will defend Africa. Like, share, comment. See you on the next one.